What's happening? This your man Big Zizzo. And this time I'm coming at you. I'm going to talk about the top 10 producers in hip hop history. If any of you seen my greatest MCs list, I like to start off with the honorable mentions. I'm just going to shout some names out. And there's a couple people I'm going to say a little something, a little quick something about to explain to you why they didn't make the list. Okay, I got DJ Khalil, Vance Wright. Vance Wright, if people don't know, if you're not familiar with him, he did some of Slick Rick's earlier work. Stoop, Crisis is dope. Ant, DJ Spinner, Pharrell, Hitman Howie T, um, and Just Blaze. The reason why Just Blaze didn't make the list is because Just Blaze have never did a whole album for you to truly critique his work. He gives out singles here and there. He may do 3, 4 songs on somebody's album, which is good. But when I think of producers, I think of people who've done whole albums for their work to be critiqued. You think of people like even non-hip hop people like Quincy Jones. I mean, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, who are my all-time favorite producers, hip hop or not. Um, Teddy Riley, Babyface, even back to the days of Gamble and Huff. You know what I'm saying? People who do whole albums. So that's why Just Blaze didn't make the list. And one person who just missed not making the list, I know some of you might not like him or whatever, because you might like that whole little movement that was hot in the '90s. But my man Manny Fresh does he was dope. To me, he was the best person on the label. You know, when you sit back and you think about it, Cash Money was around from like the early '90s to the 2000s, and at one point Manny Fresh did every single beat. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was Lil Wayne's first projects or Juveniles, BG's, whoever, Turks, I don't, he did every beat at one point, and he just barely missed not making the list. And every beat he did was sick. Whether you like Cash Money or not, or you thought them dudes couldn't rap or not, you couldn't front on the production. All right, now getting into this top 10, well, actually, it's more like a top 12 list. But number 10, I got Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder is sick. I know a lot of people might not agree with me, but Ninth Wonder is sick. Number 9 is Timberland. Number 8 is Dr. Dre. People probably looked at this list why Dr. Dre is so low, but in another video, I'll elaborate more on why I don't think Dre is as good as everybody else thinks he is. All right, number 8. Oh, I said number 8 was Dr. Dre. Number 7 is the Bomb Squad. The Bomb Squad from Public Enemy and Ice Cube's first album, and hey, what else can you say? Number 6 is the RZA. Number 5, I actually have a tie for number 5. It's Kanye West and my man Jay Dilla, rest in peace. Sick with the beats, plain and simple. Sick with them. Now I got number 4, and I have another tie at number 4. Prince Paul and DJ Mark, the 45 King. Number 3, Marley Marl. And to me, if anybody can sit up and make a top 5 list of the greatest not greatest MCs, greatest producers ever, and you don't have Marley Marl on your list, check your history. Number 2 is Pete Rock. What else needs to be said? Pete Rock, sick. And number 1, it may be, you know what I'm saying, what's the word, cliche for me to put this guy number 1, but who else can be number 1 on the top producer list but DJ Premier? Whether you talk about the Gangstar beats or the stuff he did with Nas. You sit back and you think about it. He's produced for every great MC just about. I always said, to me, it's the 6 best MCs ever is Jay-Z, not Nas, Jay-Z, Rakim, Kane, Cool G Rap, LL, and KRS-One. He's done beats for all those guys. You know what I'm saying? And then, Nas, Biggie, Common. He just fills out the top 10 list. You talk about you know what I'm saying, the greatest producer ever, no doubt, DJ Premier. And then not even set aside for the Gangstar work. You can set the Gangstar work to the side. If you just listen to the Sunrises in the East, and you tell me the man ain't sick. Listen to the beats he gave Heavy D on Blue Funk. You can go back to Blue Funk. You know what I'm saying? he made heavy sound hardcore and raw. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it up to DJ Premier. And the one thing you'll notice, that this is another telltale sign of why Just Blaze didn't make this list. Every producer I named on this list has done a whole album of nothing but their beats, except Just Blaze. You know, so I don't feel you could put him in that elite category until he does a whole album for his work to get critiqued. But anyway, this is Big Zizzo. Hope you enjoy the vid. Signing off. Of course, I want to give a shout out to the niggas that Doc got it. Like I said, if you need it, Doc definitely got it. So check him out. Please hit him up. Peace to my man Doc, 456, Clubber, Marco, my man Leaps. Y'all hold it down. It's Big Zizzo, a.k.a. Big Revolution, signing off. Deuces.